Okay, the last formula we are going to talk about is point slope formula. So point slope formula is pretty straightforward. So when you're given a point and a slope, that is when we use point slope formula. So here is our formula in the STAR reference sheet. We're going to look at these two examples here. So the first one says the slope is m equals -3, and then we have our point, which is -4, 5. So I'm going to go ahead and label our point x1, y1, because as you can see in our formula here, our formula is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So m is our slope, and then this represents our point. Okay, so now we can go ahead and fill in our parts. So I like to always fill in my slope first. So my slope they provided for us is -3. And this is part you just need to make sure you are filling in correctly. So our y values come first, right? So we have y minus my y1 value, which is 5, and my x1, which is -4. Now, like we talked about previously with our negatives and positives, we have to be very, very careful that we are paying attention to our signs. So anytime you have two negatives, like we have right here, that represents or will turn into a positive. So when I rewrite my final equation, I'm going to write y minus 5 equals -3 times x, and it will be plus 4 because I have these two double negatives right there. So two double negatives will turn into a positive. Whether you are subtracting or multiplying, it will turn into positive, positive. And that is our formula. Okay, let's look at the second one. So here again, here is our slope, and we have our ordered pair, and we're going to go ahead and label our values. I have x1, y1, and we can just go ahead and fill in the parts. So again, my slope, I always like to write first, which is 3/5, and then y1 is -1, and x1 is -3. So, whoa, here I have a ton of negatives. So I'm going to make sure that we pay attention to all of these double negatives. Those turn into positives. So when I rewrite my equation, it will be y plus 1 equals 3/5 and x plus 3. So when you write in your final equation, just make sure you are just checking for any of those double negatives because they will turn into a positive when you write your final equation. So, okay, go ahead and try the next two, and then you are all done with slope.